Thank you once again for watching one of my videos. This is a cracking little fly that you'll find will really give you some good catches on some days. And as I said, other days it fails abysmally, but really worth trying. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe. Well, I'm doing another fly which I've had a lot of success with over the years. This White Aero wing, using White Temco Aero wing for the wings. It's quite an odd looking dry fly. It's a bit like a spinner that's gone wrong. I've just put on some 8/0 thread. My friend David introduced me to this fly. First of all, we were fishing on North Uist on Loch Fadder, and the odd fish was rising, and I was catching absolutely nothing and trying a variety of dry flies, and David was consistently having some sport. So eventually I caved in and asked him whether he got a spare fly of the one he was using, and he said yes. So I put it on and immediately got takes and fish, and after that we've both used it on many different occasions, and it seems to work like magic, or it gets ignored like magic. Anyway, I'm going down the hook shank with this thread now. I've just left myself with too longer end there. I'll clip that off. And I'm going to rib it with this stuff, pearl ice tinsel. But what I've done with the tinsel is if you stretch it, it goes round in section, and actually seems to get it's one of those funny things with polythene products, it seems to get a little bit stronger. So this is a rib. It's pearlized, and in the lighting in here you'll never see what it's like, but when you get it on a river or a lake, you'll see what it's like. It adds a little bit of sparkle. And work your way back up the top. I like to do my dubbing by going back over the dubbed body. And for the dubbing for this, I'm using Claret in Fly Right dubbing. It's the American dubbing. It's one of these polyester dubbins, which is really fine and easy to dub with, and as fly tie materials go, nice and cheap. The hackle I just put on before was a standard red game colour. It's a genetics whiting hackle, but to be honest, it as long as you've got the approximate colour, natural red or dark red coachman colour, it doesn't matter whose brand it is, a feather. So we dub down towards the end of the hook and leave it a little bit short. So wind it back through the dubbing, which increases its strength. Now I rip this to start with really close. So the first 4 turns there are really close, and now I spread the ribbing out I am copying basically the original fly that we had good luck with. I have no idea whether this is the correct original dressing, but it's certainly the dressing that works. Here's my White Aero wing. This stuff comes in sort of cards, but pretty expensive stuff for what it is. But it's usually 3 or 4 ply. You only want 1 ply for the wings on this fly. I've tried it in larger sizes than what I'm using. This 14 hook is roughly the equivalent of a size 12 Kamasan 405 hook. Any bigger than that, from my personal fishing experience, it doesn't work. Right, so a couple of turns to secure. And if you can avoid having a fight with your hackle, pull that back and do a couple of turns figure of 8. And keep going figure of 8 in until it behaves itself and is sitting out at 90 degrees to the body. It's unusual for that hook to slip in this vise, but never mind. Now I take my hackle and just bend it back here and then go back to the eye. So stroke your wings forward to try and get them to bathe themselves. And you want 3 turns behind the wing and then 3 turns in front of the wing. And then cross your threads over your hackle. And I'm making a right mess of this, but basically I was trying to snap off the hackle, and it gives you an idea how tough these whiting feathers are, when it's easier just to use some scissors rather than tweak them off. Right, so I've done a couple of half hitches. I pull the 2 ends of my wings up and clip it about level with the hackle length. I'm just going to put a whip finish on. And for once my whip finish hasn't gone into hiding. You finish off with a small bead of varnish on the head of the fly. But one stage still to go is clipping the base of the hackle shoal of one of the hooks. This is a must. This enables the fly to sit in the surface film, which I think makes it fish far better. Anyway, the results of actual catch returns has proved that that works really well. So that's it, that's the little devil. Not a lot to it. Demonstration wasn't the best it could have been, but never mind. We're only human, or almost. So once again, thank you for watching, and more to come.